Okay, yeah. Well, we started with the grade eights and nines this term, and specifically, we can use my class as an example. My class, my little grade eight class, they had a lot of problems in the beginning of the year. They battled to gel. There was a sort of a problem with two of the boys that were um, not doing good things to the girls, and that caused a huge problem in the class. So obviously we had a bit of a class that didn't work well together, and I started working with them in the second term. And out of the blue, teachers came to me and said the class's behavior and how they actually just talk to the teachers, talk to each other, just changed dramatically. Hi, Kate. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
We are good. Thank you so much. Pleased that you can join us.
So Zelda was just saying that her class, that they were experiencing some behavioral problems. There was some problems like between the boys and the girls, and that quite soon after the start of term, is that correct? That you started to get really positive
Yes.
feedback from how they were changing, and what was it that had changed about them?
What changed about them is they started working together. We started off with the emotional, how to determine the emotions, how to regulate their emotions. We did a lot of the gingerbread man, we did the porridge jar, we did things like that with them and talking. And then we started the Who Am I project. And small little things just changed. Talk rules, of course, very important. And I had one of the teachers, about 2-3 weeks after we started this program, she said to me, she doesn't know what's going on, but she must really say that the ZG class's behavior is really getting better. And then about 3 weeks ago, one of the other teachers said in the staff room, she said that she must really say that this class was her biggest concern, and now it's the class that she enjoys the most. And just after that, the boys, about two days later, the boys did something in that specific teacher's class that they didn't ask permission for. And they came into my class realizing what they've done, and they lost now their cell phones, etc. And they said to me, you know what, we realized that we did something without asking permission. We need to go and ask her or to go and tell her that we're sorry about what we did. So it's small things like they would not have done in the past, where they would have said, it's not my fault, it's someone else's fault, where they took responsibility for what they did and they went to go and apologize. And then other things that, Tanya, you can talk about the lady that said about the behavior of her son that changed so much.
Yeah, hi guys. I have a friend who, her son, is actually quite quiet. And whenever she asks him when he gets home, how was your day and how was school, he was like, fine. And she said just soon after they started with this learning skills day, he comes home and this is what he talks about. She doesn't even ask him. He he tells her what they've done and what they've learned and and she said she's just seen a tremendous change just in him, just the way that he talks about school and the way that he's changing, which was fantastic.
No, we've got so much to tell you. We can keep you entertained for about an hour. How kids, their confidence, they gain confidence. And this Who Am I project, yes, we had a few little souls who did not do much. And then we had those who really went above and beyond what we expected from them to do. But they are prepared to stand up and they are prepared to present it. I have one girl in my class who's she's very individual. She doesn't want to work in groups or anything like that. And after the second or third lesson, I asked them, what did you learn? I can't even remember what we did. And she put up her hand and she volunteered and she said, I learned today that I must not keep myself so separate from the rest of the class, that I should actually be more part of a group. It's small things like that. El Yadu, one of the kids that's in his learning skills class, one of the parents talked to Zebanisha, and she said that she just wants to say thank you for what Mr. Levis, what El Yadu does for these kids, and how much this kid has gained confidence. Am I right? No, gained confidence because she didn't want to say anything. She was just this little kid sitting there, not opening up her mouth. And suddenly she has the confidence to stand up and talk. So, yeah, it's a lot of things. Vori, she said that she can't see what she's doing in class. She doesn't see the results. And then Tanya said, but I have your class for, was it for life science?
Life sciences, yes.
She says, and the behavior of this class that you actually teach learning skills for, the behavior has so much changed in class. So what Vori does in class in her learning skills, she might not see what she's gaining in class, but when it comes to the subjects or the behavior towards other teachers, it's definitely making a change.